along to part 95 of Chernobylite.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but helping me was never on your agenda, was it? I should have seen it sooner. Besides, you're not the only one experiencing strange fucking things, you know. I keep having these dreams where I die. I wake up and I live again. I see our friends being killed because of your screw-ups. Then it's a new day and everything's normal again. It's motherfucking Groundhog Day in hell. What do you have to say to that? I don't know what to tell you. You're right. I just never thought anyone else would see it. I thought it was only me. Sure. Semenov isn't the one with the Messiah complex. You are. But today the Messiah descends from the clouds and helps his companions, right? Like I said, it's not impossible. But this is neither the time nor the place. Not good enough, Igor. I'm serious. I'm serious too. We don't know what's behind that door. Semenov wanted me here for a reason, and it wasn't to destroy Chernobylite. So I promise you, once we see this through, I'll do everything in my power to help. Say it. To save my team. To save your team. Okay. That's good enough for me. I'm glad we understand each other. All right, I'll be back. Keep an eye on Tanya. Sure. I just hope you don't screw things up and get us all killed. Again. I'm tired of this carousel of madness.
Hello, Boris.
You took your time, Igor. Cut that crap. It's time you gave me some answers. Yes, we'll get to that. But since this is our last meeting, I want to ask you a question first. Fine. Just make it quick. What do you really hope to achieve, Igor? Isn't that obvious? I want to save Tatiana. You may find this surprising, but our goals are actually aligned. How's that? We were both going after the same thing, but this whole time we've been chasing someone else's agenda without knowing it. Chernobylite's agenda. Come on, man. I've come too far to be fed a line of bullshit. Let's start from the beginning. Do you know who I am? I sure do, Boris. You were my closest friend until you decided to betray me, to take Tatiana from me. Boris is dead. I killed him on that fateful night, April 26th, 1986, and took his identity. Good riddance. He was a treacherous piece of shit. You took his? Why? The more important question, the question you somehow failed to ask yourself all this time is, who are you? Because you're not Professor Igor Kimenyuk. You never were. I am Igor Kimenyuk. I only changed my name to protect you and your mother. Protect me? How? By trying to kill me at every turn? If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it the first time we met at the power plant. Will you quit talking in fucking riddles? The truth is hard to swallow, I know. It was hard for me too. You are me. Tatiana isn't your fiancée. She's mine. Everything you know about her, everything you remember, none of it is yours. You're living someone else's life. My life. You are my clone, sort of. You got my body, my brain, my skills, and most importantly, my memories from before the Chernobyl disaster. What are you saying? How is that even possible? Tatiana was sterile. That was our personal tragedy. But when Semenov imprisoned her after the Tuka fiasco, she fell pregnant. At first, I thought Boris was the father, and I was angry with her. But that was another of Semenov's lies. He needed me to stay on the project and study Chernobylite, so he injected Tanya with the nano solution. What happened next was, I don't know what to call it, an immaculate conception. She gave birth to a boy, you. more quickly than other kids, but your mind didn't seem to follow. It was different somehow. The Chernobylite no doubt affected you in unpredictable ways. I never really considered you my son. It scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what to do with you. But it was obvious that Semenov would incorporate you into his experiments. Or maybe cut you open and rummage around inside. Until one night, Tanya, your mother, communicated with me telepathically, even though her body was in a coma. She pleaded with me to release you into the woods, and that's what I did. You're saying Tatiana's child, who you released in the woods in 1990? But that's impossible. Impossible! I don't remember any of this. Of course you don't. You looked like a teenager but had the mind of a small child. I remember giving you a sweater that Tatiana knitted for me. The night was so cold. It had my name on it. The sweater? I had it in the camp. I was imprisoned. Yes, it could have been a trigger. Your mind somehow began to rebuild itself. Why in my image? I can only guess. Perhaps you were constructed from Tatiana's desires, from her expectations of a child. Funny how I called it pseudoscience. I suspect the process was somehow facilitated by the Chernobylite. But she's been calling me this whole time. She wanted me here. I'm afraid you were bamboozled, my poor boy. We all were. It wasn't Tanya who called you here, but it. Chernobylite? But the images, the voices. They felt so real, I know. Your mother was your biggest weakness, and the entity exploited that. It wanted you here. It has plans for you, you see, and I cannot allow it to succeed. Someone sent me a photo of Tatiana and the piece of Chernobylite. Those weren't hallucinations. They were real. I couldn't have constructed my portal gun without them. Oh, that. It was that bastard Semenov, of course. He wanted to bring you here as well. He never got over it when you vanished. Not that it matters now. I really hoped you would stay away. But it's too late now. I can't allow you to interact with the entity in any way. Only one of us is leaving this room alive. Wait, can't we talk it over? We just did. Goodbye, son. Igor. I wish there was another way.
And since there is no thingy for disability, for difficulty, I was wanting to finish the game and get my platinum. I don't care.
Come on, show me that you will improve Igor Kimagam. This gives me no pleasure, but it has to be done. I'm not strong enough to save Tanya. Only I am. Don't go easy on me. I won't do the same for you. Come on, show me the new and improved Igor Kimagam. I wish there was another way. I won't let you hurt her.
Right, thank you for watching part 95, and I'll see you in part 96.